Saturday webinar series hosted by Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. So myself, Dr. Ahalya, working as a Managed Fellow. So we are incredibly proud to have organized 200 consecutive webinars covering a wide range of topics related to agri-startup ecosystem, conducted every Saturday since October 10, 2020. So this open webinar series, in contrast to the many training and mentoring program, is more widely accessible and aim to benefit a large number of aspiring entrepreneurs and other stakeholders. So Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship is recognized as a center of excellence in agribusiness incubation and acts as a knowledge partner to strengthen, guide, and demonstrate best practices for agribusiness incubators. It is operating under the esteemed Nestle Institute of Agriculture Extension Management. We feel proud to announce that our center has nurtured 847 entrepreneurs and supported over 425 startups across various sectors within the agriculture domain. We navigate innovation from ideation to full-scale commercialization with our unique methodology that gives a robust ecosystem from discovering ideas to delivering high-value proposition in a sustainable environment. Imagine a place where your ideas are not just heard, but celebrated and honed into high-value propositions. So our comprehensive support system offering expert guidance and specialized training in crucial areas such as agro-processing, post-harvest technology, value addition, farm mechanization, animal husbandry, dairy, commodity trading, supply chain management, and agri-consultancy. We are not just about business, but we are building futures. Our commitment to your success is unwavering. We work to refine your concepts and empower you to expand your ventures, ensuring you have the tools, knowledge, and confidence to navigate the challenges of the agribusiness world. So today's webinar is particularly exciting as we are going to talk about the theme of fishery startups. So in order to discuss this topic, we have two speakers with us. So to introduce the first speaker, let me call my colleague Usha to introduce our first speaker.
Good morning, Dr. Ahalya. Good morning, dear participants and speakers. I am V. Ushasri, working as manager at Manage CIA, and welcome all of you to our 206th webinar that is on fishery startups. And to take up this topic, we have two speakers here, and I would like to introduce the first speaker. He is Dr. Deptanu Burmanji. He is an experienced aquaculture specialist with over more than 15 years of experience in fish biology, fish farming, and sustainable aquaculture practices in fisheries. He has proven track record of enhancing productivity and sustainability in aquaculture operations through innovative research and practical implementation. Dr. Deptanu Burman presently working as founder and CEO of Aquadoctor Solutions, Kolkata. And in this Aquadoctor Solutions, they thrive to improve farmers' productivity. And it is also a one-stop solution, spreading its network more than 10 states over 5 years. Aquadoctor Solution received more than 100 awards in the field of fisheries, such as Atal Samman 2024, Tally MSME Award, winner of BioNest Hackathon 2024, and many more. So with this brief introduction, I now welcome you, sir. Handing over to you. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, very good morning to everyone, and thanks Manage CIA to host this program exclusively on fisheries. And as you know, fisheries is a promising and priority sector in India, and its growth rate is much higher than any other agriculture allied sector. So I welcome you all on the fisheries sector, and today I also have a another speaker with me who is also an innovator and also a entrepreneur in the field. So I hope by our this two entrepreneur journey, we will be able to create a fisheries environment within a like this 1 hour period of time, and we'll try to address the things what we can do in coming future with the fisheries sector. So I'm just sharing my presentations. Yeah, so Aquadoctor Solutions is a basically a one-stop solutions, and we do have basically 3 companies with us. One is Aquadoctor Solution, is a mother company. Then we have Burman Aqua Clinics Private Limited, Aquadoctor Solution LLP, and also we have a trust that is Aqua World. So what we do basically in Aqua World, in Aquadoctor Solutions, Before we move into the aquadoctor solutions and its activities, it's also important to understand how we start the journey. So Aquadoctor Solutions start its journey in 2019 basically from my flat, and I am basically a fisheries professional. So I have done my studies in fisheries. Then I worked 5 years in private companies, and then I realized that I should come into entrepreneurship journey and start something. And 2019 basically I registered this Aquadoctor Solutions, and in 2020 we move into a small office, and gradually now within the last 5 years we are spreading our legs in different part of the countries, even outside the countries also. Our mission and vision, if we talk about our mission and vision, is very clear. We want to make one sustainable economic opportunity through aquaculture and fisheries and pisciculture for the livelihood and the rural and economy development. And we want to create a vibrant sector with new entrepreneurs and their innovations together into fisheries to create a important role for the sector development. Basically what Aquadoctor Solution do, some general business activities. We do registration of fish farm, shrimp and hatchery, seed grower. With we also run one Aqua One center funded by NFDB and managed. So in that institutions we are doing registration process. We are also doing lab testing for soil, water, fish disease and fish proximate analysis study. We also have an internship opportunity with job placement. For last 3 years we are doing it with different universities, and people come down to our institute to take internships after during their institution journey, and after the institutions exams and other things they done it, and after the internship opportunity they completed, then we help them to get a job also in our sector. We provide all kind of fish seed, feeds and medicines supply, and we also have online offline training and consultancy. So Aquadoctor Solution is basically a training and consultancy firm. Last 5 years we are running it, and we also recently have come up with value-added ready to cook product services also. We are just operating this value-added product now in Calcutta area. Small background about myself. I am basically from Northeast. I am from Tripura, and I have worked more than now 15 years in different sectors, starting from NGO, lab, government in the institutions, and also understanding the importance of this sector. I have come up with Aquadoctor Solution. We have done more than 2000 plus training programs online and offline mode last 5 years. We have done more than 5,000 plus field visit pan India. We have more than 10,000 plus farmer base, and it's still growing on because we are there to support A to Z solution in the fisheries, whoever looking for what kind of supports they are. So some of the product and services, what we do. So we are into aqua equipment sections, where we have now coming up with solar-based aerator device, solar-based solar dryers, also for dry fish productions. We are also helping farmers to establish a mini feed mills by which they can produce their own feeds and they can feed the fish. So this is the equipment section we're doing it. We are also now coming up with a high-tech aquaculture model. We have already done a hydroponics model in Calcutta. We are want to now venture into aquaponics models slowly. We are already done a number of projects on biofloc and RAS. We are also now coming up with some sensor-based auto feeder model also, where your fish can take the feed whenever they want to. And we are also coming up with a home decoration part that is like aquarium industry. As we know, ornamental fish plays a very important role, and we are also focusing that sector also for diversifications. We are also there now in aqua feed divisions also, where we help farmers with nutrition profile of the feeds. We also supply the feeds, and also we give nutrition consultancy to also farmers who are looking for any kind of feed formulations. We already have in our brand different kind of aqua healthcare products basically, and we also supply more than 10 states our aqua healthcare products as a distribution channel. Aqua Doctor Solution also have different type of water testing kits at the moment, which is basically colorimetric method. But we are also now focusing on sensor-based model also to work out and help the farmers with more precise aqua farming model. We are also there in fish seed supply chain, where we supply A to Z different kind of fish seed pan-India perspective. So we supply even from Jammu and Kashmir even to Andaman also. We are also there in for last few years on different kind of social development projects where we are helping rural economy, supports chain with different kind of methods. For last 2-3 years, we are working in different part of Sundarban where we are trying to train and help women entrepreneurs groups on some value-added product. One is dry fish. Dry fish also have a very good market in the northeastern states, even some parts of the coastal states in India. And we are trying to make this dry fish with a solar dryer and hygienic pack. And we are trying to now connect this dry fish market to bigger market platform even. But this whole products is prepared by women cluster based SGs, self-help groups. We are also have come up with some ready-to-cook product like fish ball, fish cutlet, then fish momos, fish rolls, and we are supplying it basically to B2B and B2C also. And but now our services are restricted to only Calcutta, and near future we are also want to expand it. And these services also we are basically connecting different type of groups to make the products. As I mentioned, the Aqua Doctor Solution is basically a consultancy firm, and Aqua Doctor Solution also is a expert panel member for NCDC, National Cooperative Development Corporation, Government of India, where they have an exclusive fisheries business incubation center. So there we trained every month different kind of entrepreneurs or maybe who wants to be aquapreneurs in the field of fisheries on different type of their idea into business stage of executions, and helping farmers also time to time on different kind of farmers group meeting and also technology dissemination process. We are also there in different type of aquaculture product support supply chains, and also we are helping farmers to take different kind of innovative technology to implement in the grounds and take it into a next level of business ventures. Some of our activities like we are into there in hatchery section. We are also there in seed bank projects. Seed bank is like where year round you can grow fish and sell the fish babies. We are also there in grow out cultures techniques. We are there in ornamental fish farming in consultancy projects. We are now also working on live food, basically on spirulina productions, indoor based models with few institutions. We are trying to come up with something on seaweed, basically as an alternative to feed production systems. We are working on that now. We are also, for last few years, we are also working on pearl farming, basically cluster modes, and connect that pearl farming model into the market linkage. We already have a laboratory facilities. We are also want to expand our laboratory facilities in different locations wherever it is possible. We already they are in feed formulation and manufacturing supports and promotion systems. We already have our healthcare products. Post harvesting, we don't have our own plants, but we are into the supply chain or fish fillets and others product supply chain to the people who are looking for. We are already there in ready to cook product supply chain. We are also promoting live fish selling counter in different places, whatever form it may be. And we are also promoting now, aqua tourism, as we understand that pedicure and if you have a pond and if you make some boats and promoting it as a, integrated aqua park or maybe something like a aqua tourism project. That's also we are working in different projects. I will show you in the last some of the projects we are going to start soon. Some of the recognitions Aqua Doctor Solution received so far with different places. We are also a Agriculture Council, Skill Council trainer. We help in different farmers on different Agriculture Council, different training programs. We also received recently a startup grants, and also we are working on different kind of startup ecosystem. We are not there for last few years, but now we are coming into that startup ecosystem models. Some of our association in different agencies. Some of our promising project, we are aqua park in Kashmir, aqua park in Assam. We are working on different kind of models and different kind of association with different people to disseminate the fisheries business into a next level. We are coming up with by this year something very innovative for everyone is a fisheries BPO model. As you understand, for bank we have BPOs where we get all kind of things, but for fisheries there is no BPO. So under one umbrella we are coming up with a exclusive fisheries BPO. By this year we will be launching soon. I will show you one small demo video just for a minute in my next slide now.
मछली पालन के बारे में बताए। और क्या बताऊं, तालाब में कितने मछलियां छोड़ना है, कितना फीड देना है, कितने बार देना है, कितने देर तक एरेशन चलाना है, इस बारे में मुझे कोई उचित विचार नहीं है। इसके अलावा मछली पालन में बीमारियां लगने पर कोई फायदा नहीं होता। और आपका बताइए। पिछले साल मेरे लगभग सभी मछलियां मर गए, इसलिए इस साल में और मछली छोड़ सकता कैसे है? मैं ठीक हूँ। क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हैं कि अगर हम अपने तालाबों में मछलियां पालन करना चाहते हैं तो क्या करें? हम तालाबों में मुनाफा नहीं कमा पा रहे हैं और क्या बताओ? इस समस्या का समाधान मेरे पास है। हमारे ई फिश ट्यूटर ऐप के माध्यम से आपको 24/7 डॉक्टर्स ऑन कॉल सेवा ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन, सर्वोत्तम गुणवत्ता वाले मछली चारा, भोजन, चिकित्सा, फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट और मछली पालन के सभी उपकरण सही कीमत पर मिलेंगे। इसके अलावा ऐप ई फिश ट्यूटर के मदद से आप अपने फसल को सही बाजार मूल्य पर बेच सकते हैं। और चाचा जी, हमारे पास आपके लिए अनुभवी टेक्नीशियन है और मछली पालन के लिए भी ऑनलाइन वीडियो क्लास भी उपलब्ध है। लेकिन देर किस बात की, आज ही फिश ट्यूटर ऐप के साथ अपनी यात्रा शुरू करें, चिंता मुक्त हो जाए और दुगना मुनाफा कर ले जाए।
So that is the app. We are coming up very soon, and I hope in near future we'll be also taking this kind of forums also for promotions and also connecting the farmers that. And Aqua Doctor Solution, now we are now into working in 10 states, mostly in the northeastern states. We are there everywhere, and even for last year we have spreading our legs to Bangladesh and Nepal also with a different kind of consultancy project and product supply chains. So this is our office address. We are based at Calcutta in Jadavpur, and this is our website, efishtutor.com. You can go and visit, and it is a very informative website where you can find our all kind of activities, how you can know about more about fishery sector and its opportunity in entrepreneurship journey. And this is our contact number, and we are there in all the social page. We are there in Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Do connect us. Let's make something vibrant together and make this fishery sector, promising sector for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barman sir, for taking us to the journey of Aqua Doctor. Like you have discussed how this Aqua Doctor providing business activities like laboratory testing facilities, internship opportunities, and also online and offline training activities. And you also discussed about the products you are manufacturing, like solar dryers and high-tech aquaculture and aqua feed, and also how you are providing value-added products such as dry fish balls, rolls, and consultancy services and training. So this presentation will be definitely will be useful for the all the participants. And also thank you for showing the very interesting video of e-fish tutor. So we are surely it will be helpful. So participants, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box, or also you can raise your hand. So the questions will be taken up after second speaker presentation. So in order to introduce our second speaker, let me call my colleague Pragya to introduce our second speaker.
Yes, thank you, Rahalya, and good morning, everyone. So we'll proceed with the next speaker today, and we have joining us Mr. Mrityunjay Sahu. He is founder of Periflow Labs Private Limited, which develops effective, affordable, and sustainable solutions for rejuvenation and maintenance of agricultural, aquacultural, wastewater treatment, and drinking water bodies. So this also incorporates reversing collateral damages resulting from anthropogenic activities in coordination with AI and IoT and robotics. So with this short introduction, I would hand over the session to Sir now.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your introduction, and I would be glad to share my presentation and take it forward. So let me do that. So I'll be a little bit more intensive in terms of the, I think the Vantu has very rightly pointed out many points in terms of the aquaculture services segment, but what we are developing into the technology that is more towards involvement of the best aquaculture management practices in Indian aquaculture, mainly shrimp and prawn industry, prawn and crab industry mainly. I mean crustacean industry, and which is one of the bigger revenue earning segment, and that is where we see a great potential. A lot of big, consortiums are coming up, and that sees a great transformations. Government of India has already started initiated a lot of schemes which can be leveraged through mainly PMMSY, and through that a lot of funding schemes which can be leveraged to take it forward as a micro entrepreneur. But in this all the context, main key issue is not there, is data driven approach of doing the farming. So because of the data driven approach is not there, the key thing like automation is not possible, and aquaculture is not coming out as an industry basically. So I mean, like for you forever, I mean the processes, like if you go oil and water industry, or oil refineries, or let's say food and beverage industry, there are a processes are being set basically. The reason being, it is everything is being optimized in a very scientific and process based, and that is something is not possible in aquaculture. The one of the reason is under the water what is happening nobody knows. And second thing is like when the farmer does the farming, they don't have any understanding about what is the how the water quality works, and how the ambience work, and on top of it what is the market dynamics, and even if there is a profit or loss, how they will take it forward from there. So these are the key context, and because they can't also estimate the biomass, the banking segment is not also willing to give the loan basically. So these are very bold problem statements. If that is not being sorted out, I don't think, I mean, any your IT or other industry can take it forward from there, because ground operation data is not there. So I'll take it forward. I mean, in this segment, what I would like to showcase one of the core thing, like the synergy of the mangrove and the shrimp aquaculture. Uh, Being in Odisha, what we face every time, every year, I mean, mostly a cyclone, which most of the time devastate the shrimp farming conditions basically, and that leads to a lot of losses, and climate has also great impact. What we see, I mean, if you see in this like 2017 to 2020, almost $8 million of revenue has been impacted, more than $8 million. In fact, I mean, barely by seeing the map we can see, but beyond that has been done basically. So I mean, and what we see, I mean, is a revenue potential that is in this kind of, when we are trying to synergize the aqua farming with best practices, and also the other alternative form of revenue like mangroves and all, because these all the farming are being done by destroying the mangroves basically. So if there is any synergy we can bring, it can bring a lot of revenue potential. But for that, we need to deploy the best management practices, because after the harvest, what so kind of devastation they are doing, that is not only hurting the environment, but also in next cycle they are getting the after effect. So for that case, you require the technology. So let me go to, yeah. Let me go to the technology for part first. So what we have built up is, the first is like to understand the data part, and how data can provide the solution to the farming basically. So let's say when they are doing the pond preparation to water stocking, then what, I mean, during the harvest and after the harvest, or during the harvest, the effluent that goes out. All this data needs to be understood, and that is, I mean, we are already scaled up to Australia, Canada, and also Vietnam and Thailand. So what I see there is very, very, I mean, updated systems, which, I mean, they are very curious about getting the data. I mean, I've recently visited Tassel Farm, one of the bigger farm in Australia, which is kind of sending the premier kind of, shrimp to the all over the globe, and they are telling that is the organic prawn farming. The reason being, they are providing all the data, and because they're providing all the data from the source, I mean, from the farming, at the soil to the effluent, they are tagging them as a premium product basically. If you are, and that is also already being adopted by Queensland government, and Queensland government give them a clean sheet saying like, yes, if you are doing this process, for instance, like we have already gazetted notification published in 2023 by water quality parameter, what has to be maintained and on by the Ministry of Fisheries. If we are maintaining all the standards, like similar standard has been there in Queensland, which is even more stringent. So if we can do that, then what is happening? Your death, your mortality, and everything will be very, will not be there. I mean, there they have 100%, survivability, and they are treating the water when it is going out. And for that, they are deploying sensors. Yes, there are issues because they can pay a good quality of sensors. They don't have those. But in India, there are problems basically. So what we are doing, like we are trying to understand the soil, I mean, from the remote sensing from our own drones and deployable sensors like soil quality and the water quality in the pond itself before the harvest. Then during the harvest, we are understanding also this the crucial parameter like pH, DO, salinity, alkalinity, TAN, phosphate, nitrite, and all these parameters we are checking, so that we are, and that these are all our in-house sensors, which is very cost effective, and we are going in a subscription mode basically. So it is like software and hardware as a service, so that we can provide the customer or the farmer or the industry itself a data-driven approach. They can understand what is happening, and we are not providing all the data points, because even if you provide all the data points, interpreting that data itself is a problem. So that is where we are embedding AI and blockchain, so that we are ensuring that the data interpretation is correct, and that is again going and connecting with the consultant. And we have a network of consultant not only in India, I mean, that is beyond India, so that they can provide exact information what is needed basically. And we have very good collaboration with ICR SIBA and Safe MRI. So we are trying to collaborate and get the intelligence of farming diseases basically, and that is what we are working at the moment. These are all the devices what we have, like sediment aeration system, monitoring system with the water sampling. So and the multi-purpose dispensing device which can mix the feed and also the probiotics or medicines. Then smart secretary which can monitor the growth and automatically predict the size and the growth and FCR. And all this goes to our cloud and provide the advisory to the farmer. So in that context, they will not have to worry about what is happening. And furthermore, we have also recently developed the power monitoring systems which can an automatic starter basically. In that context, I mean, if they can monitor each and every aerator how it is going on and off, when it should work and it should not work. All this can be done seamlessly. So along with that, like as I said, we have integrated the blockchain in the hardware level. So we are trying to provide the data and also advisory service, and also trying to connect with the supply chain. For instance, the feed. We have recently we are working with the Falcon and few of the your seed. I mean this what do you say that algae seaweed based feed they are developing basically. So we are working on them with them, and we have recently formed a joint venture with the Magnum Seafood and Export as a Magnum water engineering technology. So that is the arm which is helping us to trying this new technology, which is going to go to the commercialization. Magnum itself is a 12,000 tons of harvest they do, and they export. So they are our direct synergy partner, and with them we are trying also other processors so that we can go to the market faster. Here we are trying to provide not only the advisory, we are trying to also provide the services like probiotics and medicines. These are the main key criteria because people are not aware about what is the problem they are facing, and there are a lot of there are a lot of consultants are there, but we do not know whether the consultancy is being provided that is correct or not. So that is where we require expert intelligence and not science driven. So we are trying to build that AI framework where we can clearly understand disease versus the data. So that should give us a clear indication like what is the, and we can connect with the right consultant so that they can provide the right information to them and also right medicines. If there is any needed that we can get the medicine from outside, then we can get it done. So in that case, the your farming would be very much secure. So I mean, in this context, like in our architecture, the AI or the data driven, the sensor module is the main. The sensors are also we are developing where it is hyperspectral based method, and we are not only developing. It's not probe based. It is completely a different setup where the sensor would be outside of the pond, and there is a sampling device which will sample the water and sending to the sensing. It's a kind of a mobile or portable laboratory what we are creating at the farm itself, so that we can get very highly accurate data. And we have recently collaborated with CSIRO in Australia. That is one of the best research organization, and in Canada, RPC Council, and with the ICR SIBA, we are testing all the devices so that we are trying to make sure our customer will get the really high quality data in a very cost affordable price, basically. So this device will then monitor and is monitoring right now with all the other devices, like how much oxygenation is needed, how much your feeding is needed, how much your check tray, whatsoever growth and everything is being there with the water quality and the weather. We are trying to get the correct information that whether the harvest is going in the right direction or wrong. If that is not going in the right direction, then we are providing advisory that what should be done on the next. Along with that, we are trying to provide them a supply chain because already we are collaborated with the exporters, which can provide them a premium grade of service. So it is easy for us to provide them an end-to-end solution. And we are we are trying to establish Bariflow Cybernetics as a R&D organization, and Magnum Water and Engineering Technology as our service segment, service wing, basically. So as I have explained, like the main core system about the sensor and data. So here we are providing a water quality as an index. So that is where we are trying to interpret whether the farming is going right in or wrong direction. And the indexing is based on the growth, basically. And the growth is being checked by our check tray, and we are trying to provide all the solutions to them, basically. So this is completely real time. One of the key issue farmers are facing is not they are not able to understand the FCR, food conversion ratio, as the harvest goes. They are only estimating when the harvest is finished. So through our systems, they can understand the FCR every daily basis, and so that they can optimize their feed. They do not need to go to other systems, and they can adopt the same check tray method, and they can still optimize their feeding. They do not need to even go to the auto feeding and all everything. So along with that, our mangrove, what we are seeing as a multi-crop and other species, right? That is what along with your seaweed, basically. So this is something can additional revenue generating, thing for a farmer. For instance, the effluent they're sending out, discharging out to the your, the estuary or something. There they can make the outlet, and there they can put the seaweed, because the seaweed is a something which can take out the nutrient, extra nutrient, and that could be a revenue generating for them. What we observed, like each harvest, it can additional provide around 1 lakh rupees of the per acre of the pond. So that is something what I see. That is a, and also it is helping in producing enough oxygen, which can help the ecosystem to even survive and take out the external nutrient, basically. So the nutrient which is now degrading the water quality and creating the eutrophication can be converted back by the this seaweeds thing, basically. So that is what we are working. Along with that, we are providing the impact, like what is the water quality, what is the carbon emission, how much carbon emission has been reduced, so that a farmer can later stage get this green fund. That is what we are working with the World Bank at the moment. So that project is we are drafting with the in our Australian entity, and we are trying to see whether India can get the benefit out of it. So this is like, and along with that, the main thing is like we are building the credit system. The credit system will be through our sensor and the growth, so that the history will help to build the credibility and the credit, the CIBIL score for the farmer. So that CIBIL score will be very helpful for the farmer to go to the to the bank and get the credit out of it, and something what we are working with, so that working at the moment, so that we can provide it. And this is something what insurance segment is already Government of India is providing through PMMSY, and we are working with the ministry so that we can deploy this. So we are also one of the winner of Fisheries Startup Grand Challenge winner. And not only that, in India, we won also in India Rise Accelerator program, that is for the India, Australia, and also for Green Tech Accelerator program in Thailand. That is also we are working with the Thailand government through the Singapore for the Thailand fisheries to increase their harvest. They are also facing the same data-driven approach where sensors are not available, and we are trying to provide the sensors and other automations which can provide them an end-to-end solution, basically. So yeah, that is all from my end. I'll be glad to hear back any questionnaire and something I have left out or not provide the information. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for explaining the work of Bariflow Labs, and thanks for explaining how it is doing aquaculture automation and audit, and how you are checking the soil sampling quality and also the water quality by using the sensors, and also how you are ensuring the data on interpretation is correct or not, and also you have explained about the devices you are manufactured, like sediment aeration system and monitoring system, and how you are integrating the blockchain and AI technology in this. So this will be definitely going to be helpful for all the participants. So the participants, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box, or also you can raise your hands. So the questions will be taken up now. So there is already few questions in chat box. So I think we can take up the questions now. So there is a question from Belly Venkatesh. This question is to Burman sir. So he is asking, since you have told like Aqua Doctor is providing training to the participants, so they're asking what is the eligibility of a candidate to participate in the training?
Aquaculture is a sector where we doesn't require any kind of certifications. So recently we are also coming up with one aqua school model where we'll be generating a human resource for aqua industry for coming days. So whatever subject you are, whatever degree you are, even if you are a school dropout, we are there to hands supports you to take your skill into a industry level. So you can take any of your interest area with us, and we are there to support you and make your knowledge into a product.
Yes, thank you, sir. And they're also asking what is the USP of Aqua Doctor?
USP of Aquaductor is Aquaductor run by a technical guy who is having in the industry for last 15 years. I'm a man of fisheries, and I'm in blood in fisheries and profession in fisheries. So that's the USP, and the whole professional systems of our Aquadoctor is run by fisheries graduates only. So we understand the sector very well. We also understand where the sector is going, and we also understand that what our customer is looking for. So based on that, we basically execute.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And there is a question from Shangamesh. So he's asking whether the aquaculture helps farmer to improve their lifestyle or not. So I think Sahu sir or Barman sir, you both can answer for this question.
I think in single words from my side, yes, it's improved. If you go the coastal areas, if you go and visit like Sundarbans, and after the COVIDs, and if you talk about fisheries development, is basically taken up by the people who are never been into fisheries. Okay, so that indicates that the sector is promising. People wants to drive into it, and they want to take this sector into next level.
Yeah, from my end, like, see, for any business to do,
Sir,
there
can
is
you please on your video if you don't mind?
yeah, sorry. Yeah. So if you are going for any kind of business, I mean, you need to know the cost economics very well. I mean, there are certain sense of economics that plays the role. So if you are going for fisheries, also, I mean, there are certain, I mean, anybody is trying that needs to know the cost economics, how it is going, and that would help you to understand where not to put and how not to put. Basically, I mean, there is always a gray area, and there is always a approach. I mean. Because everything, when you start anything, you need to understand how much risk you are taking and how much appetite you have. So to do that, you need to have a prior study, and to do that, I would suggest first go to the cost economics, how your human resource, how much cost for the land, how much water you are pumping, you know, how much irrigation required, what is the kind of crop you are doing, whether that can be supplied to your supply chain, I mean, nearby to your that. So and whether you can get the assistance if you are facing any problem. So this, I mean, key things, I mean, if you understand the cost economics very well, then I think this would be a very profitable thing. I mean, in agriculture, I mean, in comparison to agriculture, most of the fisheries farmer are very rich. It is a high profit, high gain sector. So that's why it has also its own risk. So to de-risk yourself, you need to go through a cycle of thing where, I mean, at least you understand the cost economics very well. Main important is the market connect, basically. So for that, I think Devantu is there. I mean, where he's providing all the trainings and everything. So I think he would be a very good guy to get understand the cost economics, and that could be very smart ground to take it forward. And yeah, that is what I would say. Basically, there is no black and white to say, I mean, this is really a good thing you go, or this that is not a right thing to go. It is all about how much you understand about the segment and how you can deliver that. So that is probably the best way to go.
Yes, that's a great answer. Thank you, sir. So, and there is one more question from Uttam Kumar. So he's asking, is there any government scheme related to aqua agri-tourism farm or
Yeah, so there is
startup
under
development?
PMSY, there is a scheme called Aqua
I think
Park.
anyone can take up this question.
Yeah, in PMSY, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, there is a grant allocation of 50 lakhs where you can make aqua park. And if somebody wants to make under, say, cluster-based approach or maybe a FPO or FFPO structures, then you can apply even under FIDF scheme, under PMSY schemes. So there are two grants are available. This Aqua Park is a beneficiary scheme under PMSY, and this year is the last year for PMSY scheme. And next year it will be moved into Pradhan Mantri Matsya Yojana. So that will be something different scheme. So if anybody want to take it up as a beneficiary scheme, they can apply for the 50 lakhs Aqua Park projects. Possible.
Yes, thank you, sir. So, Sahu sir, is there anything from your side, or shall we take up a second question?
Yeah, I mean, I think he has very. I mean, there are. These are I think central scheme what he has explained. But there are certain state schemes are also there. Like in Odisha, also there are certain state schemes. And one more thing, like if you are going for shrimp and all, there are subsidies are also there. So I mean, if you go for electricity and all this, then your new technology or going innovation or something, there are other fundings are also there. So I think somebody should go to their own district fisheries or state fisheries office and try to also understand. That could be a good ground to, I mean, get the hands-on information about things. So most of the DFOs are very helpful. I mean, we have tried approached and we got very good relevant information. So, and in Odisha, if you need any help, let me know. I can connect. But beyond Odisha, I think Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu also. But towards the state, we don't have much bandwidth basically. But yes, I'd be glad to do that for. I mean, central schemes also. I think right correctly he has pointed out all this. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So I think one participant raised a hand. Saurabh, can you please help me in unmuting him? Gufran Ali. So he raised the hand. So if we unmute him so that he can ask question. So Gufran Ali, hope you are available. So meanwhile, we'll take up one more question from participant side. So this question is to Barman sir. So So Akash is asking, he's asking, as a startup, what was your first product or solution? How much time it took to be confident with the product solution to start diversifying your area of focus this wide? How big was your team in the initial times of your startups? I think this is a very big question.
So actually, I will tell you, I start my career first in a fish feed company as a TSO, is a technical sales officer. I work almost 3.5 years. Then I work with one fish medicine company also as a employee for 2.5 years. So before I didn't start my startup soon, first I work under someone for 5 to 6 years, understand the market, understand the problem, understand the what is going on and how to run a company also. That's all also I learned from that to this 2-3 company. Then in 2019 I thought, okay, I can start something. Then I took a loan and I started a company, and I initially we have started with water testing kit actually. So with single man, I started the operations. When the operation was growing big and big, then I took 1 and 2% for billing and other phone calls, attend and execution part. But as an entrepreneur or as a startup, I should always say that you need to be engaged yourself 100% for your development and growth. Because if you engage yourself 100%, then you can make a very good growth with a period of time. But if you are always engaged yourself into some other activities and always depend on people, that won't be work. So till today also I am engaged myself with multiple activities, and I always see that my team should be aligned with me and my team should be also aligned with my goals and vision, so that they should also understand what we are going to do in the next level.
That's great answer. Thank you, sir. So I think Akash, you got the answer. So there's a question from, Gufra Ali is available, Saurabh? He's not available.
No.
So participants, you can
Kumar.
raise your hand. So we are going to unmute you
Suman
also,
Kumar
so
is
you can ask.
there.
Gufran Ali, are you there?
Suman Kumar has raised his hand. So
Oh, you can unmute. Whoever raised hand, we can unmute so that they can ask question directly to speakers.
Suman Kumar Dasari.
Lavanya is someone. So Gufran Ali, are you available?
No, I think no.
Okay, then no, it's okay. Then we'll take up one more question from Kataungol. So he's asking, his question is about pond-based covering. Which kind of material is used? Can anyone make a pond without it? Any merits and demerits of covering the pond base?
I think I will answer, maybe if Mrityunjay add in my points. So always there is a difference between natural pond and a synthetic pond. And synthetic pond always considered to be an intensified system where we can do all kind of monitoring and sensor-based structures very automated way. And natural pond is like based on nature. We cannot control many things whenever we feel like. Okay, but those both ponds, they have merits and demerits. Like natural pond, always people go for traditional practice or maybe semi-intensive or too extensive farming models where the productivity is very lower. But intensive model where the liner based ponds are coming up, auto feeders or maybe sensor based things, what Mrityunjay was trying to address it. So those kind of monitoring systems very works in that particular control environment. And if you ask me the demerits, natural ponds always have issues of ammonia breakthrough things, and sometimes it's also create other bacterial infections, diseases and all. But in the one part of the this thing liner pond is that effective initially, but if you invest that will also give you benefit in the long run. Yeah, maybe
Yeah, I
Mrityunjay can
mean,
add.
yeah, he's correct. He has currently pointed out like lining ponds are mostly towards the intensive ponds basically. I mean, where if you are going for biofloc or where you want to go for very high stocking density, and their capital cost is high. That is one of the your demerit is like capital cost is high, and merit is like it has you can control everything, and to control everything you need to go for those kind of automations. Without automations, I don't think it's a waste of time going with the, lining ponds and doing everything, because again, after the harvest you have to scrap things and up, and your things will be again in a problem basically. So if you're starting early starting, I would suggest go with the, my suggestion, again Devantu might be differ. So my suggestion is go with unlined pond, see the things. See, the point is still it is dynamic. You might not get what you are trying to achieve, but you have been doing the farming and you want to completely make it ensuring the biosecurity. You want to go for completely automated. You want to make sure your harvest is perfect. Then your predictability enhances drastically when you go for line pond, basically. So yeah, there are pitfall. One of the bigger drawback is the cost is very high, basically.
Yeah.
It is very hard to even manage your maintenance, and everything also goes up, basically. Yeah.
That's perfect, sir. Perfect. So I think Dasari Sai is requesting us to unmute him so that he want to ask questions. So Dasari Sai, are you available? So Usha ma'am or Saurabh, can you please help me in unmuting Dasari Sai?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi, sir. Actually, we are a startup with same similar kind of technology incubation and supply chain process. We invented few methodologies. So we are when we are reaching out to any incubation center or anything, they are not understanding our thing actually. Whatever USP we are developing, they are not understanding. They are considering as a similar kind of USPs all, because they are not in depth. They are understanding the feasibilities and what is the ideology behind the process. So they are not getting the point actually. And so how manage will help as a incubation center. So similar kind of ideology and similar kind of technology driven process we are implementing. So how they are helping and how they help as a grant perspective, and how the ideology implementation perspective, what they will help in a way. So I need
If
that.
you would allow me, I can answer that. Manage,
Yes,
I
yes.
think
Yes.
that's directly answer to the direct question to the manage, but I think the question is not, probably it is misdirected the manage, basically. So, see, no, none of the incubator can provide you this solution. It is your business. You have to find the solution. So if you do not
Yeah,
have
we have a solution actually. Like
no, no,
we
but your understanding about the market dynamics has to be very see, these people are not, any incubator, they can handle to a certain extent, and their expertise and everything into a various segment. Let's say you are in fixed fisheries, then you have to connect with if you want your solution to be also implemented, then it should go through a ICR, CIFA, SIBA, or such kind of system. They can help you hand holding, and or at the early market and everything, they can give it to you. Manage can redirect them to to this kind of institution who can help you to implement your solution. But manage can't. I mean that's my
Yeah, that is
honest feedback,
that is
because
I needed actually, because we are
yeah,
not
so
able
that is
to.
manage can't directly give you the support, because they are the wing which can provide you the advisory. But implementer are someone like that's what they have done with the ICR. They have connected with me with the ICR SIBA. In fact, ICR NAM has done also to with us. So SIBA has give us a lot of support, early market trials. Your then you have to go with the test and state validation. You have to understand the government machinery. If you the machinery or solution what you're developing, it is not like the food and beverage industry, like you can sell it in the outlet, because there you need to also get the state certifications. If that is not there, your subsidy and all the things will not come. Your distributor may not be like the truck or car driver, automobile dealers. Your distributor may be connected with some kind of feed company or processor. So you have to go and talk to the processor, and the processor might help you to implement your solution. So it's a very non-linear path, and you have to completely go down and understand the how the supply chain is being linked, what are the testing and regulatory mechanisms are there. Probably manage can help you out in giving you touch point that these are the regulatory mechanism might be there in your state or some other state. And for your state, you might have to go there and talk to them and find out the regulatory mechanism, go for their testing trials, get the certifications, then talk to your local stakeholders and implement the solutions. So that's what I've done, because I have around 16 to 17 products in my hand. And managed gave us the fund, and gave us the right connect. We went there and we talked to them, and from there we got further connects basically. So that is something what we can do. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, and there are this Gupran Ali, he's asking about explain the solar aeration system. I think this question is to Sahu, sir. So you have mentioned about solar
Yeah,
aeration system.
see, let's not be so finicky about this solar and non-solar thing. Unless and until you do not have a grid nearby, or there is just too much of network disruptions. So the cost of the solar will go up inevitably. Your 2 HP or 3 HP you are putting, you need the space to put your solar panel. My honest advice is to not to think solar if there is availability of the grid, because your cost of the harvest, there you need to understand your cost economics. There is no, solar, your direct electricity is there, then you should go for the solar thing. So that is my first observation. Second thing is, your in solar has a problem, like, you should have the AC to DC converter. Most of the cases, the converters are very maintenance intensive, so it breaks very fast. You have your own problems, so you get ready for your maintenance guy to solve these problems. So as a honestly, I would say don't go for solar thing if you have the electricity with you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So we'll take one more question. So there is a question from Shubhangi Pingale. So he's asking 2 times this question. Any scheme for spirulina and pearl farming? So I think if you have any idea, we can.
Yeah, I think
Devanshu, I think he mentioned.
in the PMSY scheme, there is a innovative schemes are there where you can apply for that pearl farming and this one also spirulina. Even each state department, there is a state fisheries cooperative development authority. They are also now for giving funds and hand-holding support for such kind of group or maybe cluster-based approach. And rather than that, also, if you talk about now Agri Infra Fund, they also have come up for funding such kind of innovative ideas to be get fund even up to 2 CRs. So, okay, is it all about your idea? As Mrityunjay rightly addressed, you should understand the market, you should understand your customer, you should understand your business model, and you should also understand the business growth period of time. If you understand it, you can approach any kind of this kind funding agency. Even PMGP, they've also have come forward for give fund to the pearl farming models. If it is a women led farming model, there is a very good pearl farming model there in Balasore, Odisha, which has shown that a cluster-based approach, how it can be also create a model for different people. So if anybody wants to connect and see that, I can share the madam number also, so they can go and see. So there are lots of funding opportunity now available in government, startup ecosystems. Even there are many VC and angel investor also coming up in different areas. So it's always based on your business idea and how
Yeah,
you want to
agreed.
take it the next level.
Yeah, and again, banking system is best to leverage. What I would feel like, you should understand this, the schemes, what he has said. And the schemes are like one of the scheme of PMSO is the micro entrepreneur schemes, is around 1.25 crore is there, I guess. And that is also, I think, subsidized loan or something like 2% or
Yes.
3% interest rate is there. So I think it is better to understand the market dynamics and then attach with the schemes. It might take some time to get the loans. It's not easy all the time with the working with the banking segment, but I'm pretty sure this is far easier than running without understanding things. And so my first thing would be either you know the try to understand your business, or try to attach with someone who knows it very well so that they can guide you at the early stage, and then you take it forward. There would be definitely losses, so you understand how much losses you can incur, and talk to incubators so that you can go get some soft funding which can help you to at least go for early POC. Even if you take standard technology, the way your processes are being set, that is defining everything basically. So most cases the farmer doesn't understand the best aquaculture management practices and the processes. So to set the processes correctly, you need some kind of handholding. If you are not following the approaches in line with the scientific measures, then I don't think you can ever control your farming, and you will definitely inevitably go for a loss, and then you will bankrupt basically. So that would be my honest review basically. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, sir. So I think still there are a lot of questions, but since our session is also 1 hour, so we cannot able to ask, but no problem. So the speaker details are also shared in chat box, their contact details and emails. So you can directly reach them. So definitely they are going to help you. So thank you participants for all your questions. This is really very interactive session, and I want to thank both the speakers for your informative session, and to all the participants for their active engagement, and also apart from this, also from managed side also, we have digital marketing skills for agri startups open. So I think this program will be start from 17th September. So the participants, you can whoever already applied, so you can join the meeting also. So these programs will cover various aspects of the digital marketing. So once again, I want to thank both the speakers for your active session, and also participants, do not forget to give the feedback of this webinar. So this will be helpful, and also do not forget to register for upcoming webinar, and also do not forget to follow us on social media. So before concluding the session, thank you both. Thank you Barman sir and Sahu sir, and also I would like to thank Director Sarunan sir for hosting this webinar, and also my team for cooperating this. So thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Devan.
sir.
Thank you, team. Yeah, bye bye.